And I think maybe tonight we'll make some spinach lasagna roll-ups. Sounds good. Let's go in the house and let's go ahead and get started. Come on in. Alright, let me get some things out here that we're going to need, and I'll come back and roll through, start getting some stuff out, and I'll come back and I will show you what this is all about. Alright, let's run through some ingredients here. Got a box of lasagna noodles here. You'll use about 12 of them, maybe one or two more, one or two less, just depending on how much filling you have. I got 2 eggs that are lightly beaten here. In this bowl here, I've already mixed up the cheese. I've got 2.5 cups of ricotta cheese. I've got 2.5 cups of mozzarella cheese. I've got a 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan. I've got 1 10-ounce package of spinach here, which I have drained and put in here. In this little bowl here, I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and that's it. We're gonna put this mixture together and then we'll come back and show you. Oh, and don't forget about sauce. This is just marinara sauce, your favorite marinara sauce. 1 jar will do it. We like our sauce here, so I use 2 jars, but feel free to use 1. You'll see when we're putting it together why I say that. But let's go ahead and mix this stuff up and get it started. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the lasagna in the boiling water. Make sure your water is boiling. Put it a few at a time. You're gonna have to separate these that are cooking with a fork a little bit. Sometimes they tend to stick together. You gotta kind of keep them separated in there. You're gonna cook it a little less than what the box says because these are gonna go in the oven, so you don't wanna get these too soft. So looking at the box on here, it says about 8 minutes. So I guess we're gonna probably cook this about 6 minutes, about 2 minutes less because it's going in the oven, as I said before. Let's get this stuff mixing. All the cheeses in the bowl, the beaten eggs, your spinach, the seasonings, and then the fun part is you just got to get your hands in there and you're going to mix this stuff up till it's thoroughly mixed. So just get in there and get it all nice and mixed up, and we're gonna get the pasta noodles drained here in a minute, and then we'll put these together and get them in the pan. Okay, my noodles have been on for 6 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and drain these. I'm going to briefly just run a little cool water over them just so I can handle them. And I'm going to come back and we're going to roll one up and show you. Okay, start by putting yourself some sauce on the bottom of your pan. And it looks a quarter jar or so, maybe a little more. You just judge how much you want on the bottom. Start them out like that. Grab yourself a piece of lasagna. Set it down, take some of your filling, and the key here now is we're just going to spread it out across the lasagna roll. Not real thick, it'd make it kind of hard for you to roll them, but thick enough that, you know, it has some substance to it. Just kind of move it around, and that's about it right there. And we're going to take it, and we're going to roll this up. Seam side down in the pan. Let's do one more, and then I'll roll the rest and come back. Lay it down, and put a little here, a little at the end if it makes it easier. Just spread this out. Don't worry about being messy, it's okay. Messy is good. That looks pretty good right there. Roll it up. Seam side down in the pan. I'll roll the rest and we'll come on back and finish it up. All right, so we got these done and I got these in here. Actually, this made more this time than it does other times, so I ran out of room in my pan and I made a nice little 4-1 in here. I mean, to give it to somebody or freeze it for lunch or something. These actually freeze really well, so you know. So you can make these, then freeze some. They pull them out later and cook them. They freeze really well. But we're gonna go ahead and finish this off. Get your oven preheated to 375. And now we wanna top these with sauce. So like I said, 1 jar of sauce is probably enough. We like ours a little bit saucy, so I'm gonna put a little more on these. 1 jar is plenty, but I'm gonna put just a little more on these. Now, I'm gonna cover these. That's good right there. I'm gonna cover these with aluminum foil and I'm gonna put them in a 375-degree oven covered for 20 to 25 minutes. Then I'm gonna take the foil off and I'm gonna cook them for another 10 minutes. And then we're gonna pull them out, I'll plate it and show you what it looks like. One open, and this is what they look like when it's done. Enjoy, they're good.